Next up, at UFC 304, we have the co-main event of the evening. The reason this is the co-main event is because it's for an interim title. UFC does their titles by weight. So if this was a full-blown title and not an interim title, this would be the main event. But it is interim. John Jones is nowhere to be found. Rumor is he'll fight in November. But until then, the only heavyweight champion that we will see fight is Tom Aspinall. And he will be defending his belt against Curtis Blaydes. Tom Aspinall, 14-3 in his career. 4-1 in his last 5. He does have that lone loss, but that was an injury to this very man, Curtis Blaydes. He's taken on Curtis Blaydes, 18-4 in his career. 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that TKO win over Jailton Almeida. I mentioned this is a rematch. The first fight was a couple of years ago. It lasted literally all of 15 seconds, and then Tom Aspinall's knee blew out, and that was the end of that. Like, there was just not enough to happen. Like, nobody knows what was going to happen. We don't have enough to know what was happening. It was just, the fact that it's a rematch is honestly entirely useless information.
It seemed fake to me. I think it was fake injury.
He faked it. He felt the jab and was like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
we just go down like this, and people won't care.
There you go.
Well, Tom Aspinall is the champion. The interim champion, but he is the champion. He could possibly be the most well-rounded heavyweight in the UFC. He certainly is the most hyped-up heavyweight in the UFC. He has solid striking, solid wrestling. He is a BJJ black belt. He's got good hand speed, good defense, a diverse attack style where he'll also mix in some kicks. Not just a striker. There's not a huge sample size, but he has a 100% takedown accuracy, a 100% takedown defense. He averages almost 4 takedowns per 15 minutes, and he's coming off the short notice knockout win over Sergey Pavlovich to win that title that he will be defending. He's defending it against Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes is a fantastic wrestler. He averages around 6 takedowns per fight. He's fast. He's clean. He's got nice entries. He'll shoot full-blown double legs, and he'll run right through if he touches. But as much as I'm just glazing his wrestling right now, he doesn't use it anymore. He doesn't use it. You know, he hasn't attempted a single takedown in 3 years. He hasn't shot a takedown in 3 years. The best offensive wrestler. I took you down, you dumb dick.
I shot the takedown. And
how did we end up on the ground that I submitted you?
You had to use your judo because your wrestling was stagnant against me.
He hasn't shot an actual takedown in 3 years. He knocked a few people out. He trusts his hands a little too much. And that's where that one loss came from in his last 5. Didn't even attempt a takedown against Sergey Pavlovich. He is coming off that TKO win over Jailton Almeida, but let me remind you, Jailton was smoking Curtis Blaydes, took him down an insane amount of times, 9, in the first round, then got a leg and just literally just did nothing. He just froze up and did nothing, and that's how Curtis got the finish. I am a Curtis Blaydes guy. I was all over him forever.
You got
picking
the same
him left
tattoos.
and right. Picking him left and right. The issue, though, is he stopped using his wrestling. I don't know how you're the best heavyweight wrestler in the division right now and you don't wrestle. So now I have a guy that I'm 100% positive could out-wrestle Tom Aspinall if he chose to, that chooses not to wrestle. So now he's going to strike. He certainly has the power to knock out Tom Aspinall. He's a heavyweight. He also has been chinned in his own right, and Tom Aspinall has his own power. Tom Aspinall has his own offensive wrestling. We just saw how easy it was for Jailton Almeida. Tom Aspinall may go that route. So now Tom Aspinall can outstrike him. He can certainly out-wrestle him. The only path for Curtis Blaydes would be a one-punch knockout, which is possible at heavyweight, or the wrestling, which he hasn't used in 3 years. For all of those reasons, I have to go Tom Aspinall. I'm not going to touch it at minus 350, though. This is still heavyweights. Let's just see. I need to see Tom Aspinall in a real fight. Do you know he has the lowest average fight time in the UFC right now or something? It's some ridiculous stat like that.
What a great stat, Angelo.
The dude hasn't freaking fought. I am going to pick him, though. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I mean, Tom Aspinall is probably the better overall fighter. I think anything that Curtis gives him on the ground, I think he's going to be able to at least survive with his jiu-jitsu to be able to get to the next round or be able to sweep, get back to his feet. And then on the feet, he should be the better striker. What does worry me is the way that he came out in that fight. I know it was a knee injury, I know whatever, but he came out with no fucking respect for Curtis Blaydes at all. And maybe he was going to get the job done, and maybe he was going to knock him out. Maybe he does the same thing here and he knocks out Curtis Blaydes, whatever. But maybe he doesn't. right? Curtis Blaydes he has shown he is a good striker at this point in his career. He has good hands. And why would you get in a firefight with a guy with heavyweight power that can put people out as well when you're going to be the more technical striker? And what I do like a little bit is if you listen to his dad talking about it, I don't know if it was in the Countdown or the Embedded, his dad was basically hoping, like, I honestly kind of hope that Tom gets some fight time in this fight. I hope it's a good fight, a little back and forth. I want people to see how good Tom actually really is, and I hope he gets that fight time. So I hope that translates into Tom's going to come in, be the more tactical striker, wait for maybe that shot from Curtis Blaydes, and just kind of snipe him from the outside, because he is going to be the more tactical guy. He should have the hand speed to really kind of dominate this fight in space. But if he comes in and just tries to blitz this guy again, the home fans, he's going crazy, blah, 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 that's going to be giving Curtis Blaydes the best opportunity to win this fight. I don't know why he would do it. It worries me that he might do it again, and maybe it doesn't even matter, and he gets the knockout anyway. But if I'm Tom, just take your time, dude. Just take your time, snipe it from the outside. Eventually, Curtis Blaydes is probably going to make that mistake. And if he doesn't, you got your fight time. You should be able to win the exchanges, and you can win this fight, whatever. So I'm going Tom Aspinall here. He should just be the better fighter, but if he comes in and doesn't respect Curtis Blaydes, that could be the biggest mistake he's ever made in his fucking life, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we're on the same page because, dude, the community seems to think Tom Aspinall's the greatest heavyweight that's ever lived. And he certainly could be on that path. He's looked great. Like, he looks really good.
Do you notice now that me and him have this exact same facial hair? That's what I have. That's what I
forgot you even have facial hair. Why
look,
is it the same
can you
color
see
as
it
your
from...
skin? Why is the mustache so thin, though? The chin part looks good. What's up with the top?
It's not... Look, it's there. It's the lighting. Look. See? Do you see it now?
I see. I mean, great lines on the bottom, for sure. Great lines there. Here's the thing. People talking about Tom Aspinall's going to smoke John Jones. Tom Aspinall's the best heavyweight in the world. He might be. He literally might be. We have seen this guy fight for a collective 7 minutes. That's it. We have no clue. I'm picking him to win. He's the better overall fighter. But if Curtis Blaydes comes out here wrestling, we've seen Curtis Blaydes in long fights. We've seen him in dog fights. And if his chin holds up, he'll be there. I think this is a much closer fight than these minus 350 odds. The minus 210, you want to give him that? I can hear that. Minus 350 seems gone, no?
I think if he wins, he looks it.
I agree with that statement. I think if he wins, this is another 2-minute fight, and we don't know, But certainly... we're going to learn a lot here. I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm excited for it.
I mean, I agree with you. That's probably the top that you want to pay for something like this. And people that are playing the value in Curtis, I get it, man. I've been a big Curtis Blaydes guy, man. He only loses to the hardest hitting people in the division. And maybe that is Tom Aspinall as well. But literally some of the hardest hitters in UFC history is who this guy, unfortunately, is getting knocked out by. And he kind of even mentioned, too, he's like, I don't have a glass jaw. It's just fucking different at heavyweight. I'm getting hit by fucking powerful dudes like Jesus, I like Curtis Blaydes. And
without, I just wish he wrestled. He hasn't wrestled in 3 years. I don't know why not. Ever since he got uppercut, maybe that's why. He got uppercut by the Black Beast and said, I'm done shooting shots. And so now he's striking with people. But either way, this should be a great fight. I'm glad they put it together. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, whoever wins in spectacular fashion, and then John Jones fights and we can have a non-interim title. I'm done with the interim bullshit. It's so diminishing for poor Tom Aspinall.
Fuck John Jones.
Tom Aspinall's going to fight more title fights in the last year than John Jones has had in the last 2 years. It's crazy. And he's supposed to be the actual champ. Either way.
I watched him fight.
You want to unlock the picks, the bets, the round line leans, the tools, the data analyzer, which is quite literally the greatest research tool.
And I don't mean to interrupt you here, but I actually was at UFC 285 where I actually was able to meet Amanda Hebos. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get her on the show sometime soon for the call-in show. And so I actually was at John Jones' last fight.
WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Oh, a couple of super chats. 99 cents from Dalton Lewis. No comment there, but Dalton, thank you again for the super chat. And then here's Dalton with the comment. $4.99. Have y'all ever thought about doing a weekly long shot parlay trying to retire here? I personally have not, and I'll tell you why. A, that's just not my betting style. And B, I don't care how long shot it is. The second it misses, we're going to get trolled with, you suck, you're the worst, premium's a joke, even though it was a 9-leg plus 2,000 parlay. So that just cannot be something that I do. Your thoughts, Jacoby?
Sometimes I put longer shot parlays on there. And if you want to join the Discord,
But it's not
sometimes,
truly a long shot parlay. It's like you really think it'll hit. Like it's not like a crazy.
well, if you didn't interrupt me again, I was going to say
Oh.
that if you join the Discord, I play long shot parlays all the time, personally. Obviously, with premium, we have a responsibility to be responsible with what we are doing because we know people are going to be telling us and that. So we try to keep that responsible, whatever. But I do play long shot parlays. If you join the Discord, a lot of times I'll just throw those in the Discord. We'll talk about this one I'm playing. A lot of people post their parlays and stuff. So I always play them, and I try to post them in Discord just to have fun with it when I do. So,
There
yeah,
you
like
go.
the all Brazilian parlay, somebody just mentioned. Yeah.